You can go ahead and ask your question. I'll do my best to answer it until Bill gets on.
Yeah, so when Bill said the city isn't compelled to go out and seek competitive um, bids or offers, I just wanted to state that I think this would be a future agenda item where the city really should always review and entertain anything competitive for any service. Because if we're going to apply it to one entity in the city, it has to be applied to every. I don't think we should be able to pick and choose but we're not going to be consistent in that kind of practice. And it's a future agenda item and something to investigate from a policy standpoint. This is not a judgment or reflection on the services that we're currently receiving from Baker Tilly. It's just an observation and an opportunity to make that. Okay, we have to vote on this, right?
Yep.
All right. So all those in favor of agreement with Baker Tilly for a 3-year extension to the agreement for audited services for fiscal year 2025 to 2027, fiscal impact of $234,900. Please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, thank you much. Moving on to Public Works, an amendment number 2 for the contract for engineering services 21-107A and the Middleton Hills Southeast Pond dredging. So this is the amendment to that and Public Works, and there is a fiscal impact of $10,500. Do I have a motion?
Before I make a motion,
Sure.
I just want to find out. So it says amendment number 2 to the contract. Do we know who the contract is with? And then also it says for engineering services, and it references the 21-107A, which is the Spring Hill Pond dredging, but it doesn't say that explicitly.
So the amendment to the agreement is with Raymaker and Associates, and it's so that is the design engineering firm that will be kind of doing construction administration and oversight for the dredging of both projects.
Okay. And this wasn't in the packet though.
It was added to the packet this afternoon.
Okay. I did not get notification that had happened. Okay. All right, then I will move to recommend that council approve amendment number 2 to the contract with Raymaker and Associates for engineering services for the Spring Hill Pond dredging and Middleton Hills Southeast Pond dredging.
We have a second.
This is Crow, I'll second.
Okay. All those in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? All right. Moving on, and for this item, before we start on it, one of the,
Yeah, I need to recuse myself
yourself?
from this.
Brian, how do we proceed?
Yep. So I'd ask Alder Crow to step out of the room. You're welcome to go in the conference room, and we'll come grab him when we're done with the item. But in recusal, you need to be physically separated from the discussion.
All right, I move to approve a collateral assignment of the TIF agreement for the Conservancy Bend Apartments Phase 2 project from the Conservancy Bend 2 Residences LLC to Lake Ridge Bank.
All right, and Lorman will second that. Any questions or discussion?
I just wanted to clarify if is Bill there? Okay, just wanted to clarify. So the TIF agreement from 2019 is for developer finance TIF, not city finance. Is that correct?
That is correct. Yep, this is developer finance TIF.
Okay, and from what you told me earlier, 100% of the tax increment for this development is available to the developer?
That is correct as well. This was a project where the city acquired the land. As part of the TIF agreement, we selected T-Wall Enterprises. They provided full payment to the city for the land. The city provided increment of 100% of the increment under the TIF agreement as developer financed up to a capped amount. And then that TIF agreement was later amended to break it into the additional phases. So we have the original apartment phase, the townhouse phase, and then this apartment phase 2. But it's all within that same capped TIF amount.
Thank you.
And I don't have any questions for Bill. Okay, all those in favor of the consent to collateral assignment of development agreement for the Conservancy Bend Number 2 Residence LLC, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. And no opposed. And we'll go get Randall. You didn't make you wait that long.
Sit down.
Oh. Okay. All right, we're now to future agenda items. Bill, anything to report? I have nothing at this point.
No, nothing at this point. We're continuing to work through the items on the list that we had provided previously, but nothing to add at this point.
Oh, okay.
I wondered if a discussion or like a deep dive into financing scenarios for the community campus would be appropriate for this committee. To sort of get into the weeds about, you know, what we might be able to do, so that we can better speak to that when we gather with our colleagues at a committee of the whole meeting.
Okay, yeah, I think we can add that to the agenda. I'll work with Brian on scheduling for that.
And then Brian, you'll made note of a future discussion on, we'll call it city's consistency in awarding of any financial service agreement or any agreement with a vendor where there's money exchanged. All righty, anything else, Randall?
No.
Okay. Bill, got everything done there? Okay. Well, with